Thank you. Thank you very much. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. How you doing? Y'all fine? All sweet. Nice to see you. My name is Nick Vujicic, and it's a pleasure to be with you. I have a wheelchair over there. It's my BMW 7 Series. Gonna take it to pimp my ride and get some spinning rims on it. And you know those fully pimped cars, you know, with hydraulics and stuff. You know how they bounce around and stuff. I want to get my wheelchair bouncing. Like if I can cross the road and go boom, boom, boom. It's really cool driving that thing around. I have no arms and no legs, and I was actually born this way. And there's no medical reason why this had happened. So I have no limbs, but I have my little chicken drumstick. And we call this a chicken drumstick because first of all, it looks like one, and second of all, sometimes my dog thinks it's one. And I tell you, man, it's so funny. He comes up to start biting on it, and I have to hit him in the head a couple times. It's nuts, man. It's so cool, man. I love to swim as well, and I actually float like a life jacket. I float upright like this, and then I have my little motor down here, and I go boom, like this, right? And it's so funny when people see me for the first time. It's so cool. You're like, kids freak out. You know what I'm saying? I tell you, this little boy came up to me, and he goes, "What happened?" And I went up to him, and I go, "Cigarettes." And there was this one girl who saw me, and she goes, "Mommy, look, it's an alien." So I went up to her, and I went, "Raw," you know. She's like, "Ah," you know. I'm running after her, saying, "I'm gonna eat you," you know. Freaking her out. So with my little foot, I can also write. This is my pen here, and I can actually write and type with my foot, but I've learned how to draw and all this sort of thing, so that's pretty cool. I've learned how to type 43 words a minute on a normal computer, and sort of like a heel and toe combination. And I'm learning sign language with my foot. I'm learning it. Ready? Peace. Is that cool? Very cool. Anyway, look, we're going to have some fun today, and I'm just going to tell you the funniest story of all. It was so funny. I was in a car one day, and when you see me from the outside of the car, you have no idea that I have no arms and no legs, right? You just see my gorgeous face. And we're at the traffic lights one day, and this car comes up next to us. And this girl's looking at me, and I'm like, cool, let's have some fun here. So I know she has no clue that I have no limbs. And so I look at her, and I grab the seatbelt in my mouth, and I loosen it like this. And then in the car seat, I just did this. And she was like, "You're freaking me out, man." It's very cool. Anyway, I have a couple of things to show you. I play drums. Do you believe me? I actually play drums. I get the drumsticks in my teeth. I'm just joking. No, look, I have a drum machine up here, and we're just gonna. So what it is basically, it's a pad, right? And there's like 16 buttons, and so each button represents a sound, right? So I'm not pressing play or anything like that, right? You see my foot? All right, it's like serious, okay? Ah. You like that? Well then, so that's sort of more like your rocking, you know, sort of pop, whatever, but then you got the Can we have some more volume, please? Give me some juice, right? All right, so here we go, right? So it's like, you like that? That would be really cool if I could get this on my wheelchair and play it while I'm driving and get some techno going like, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah! There you go, you like that? Is that cool? Beautiful. So I have a tennis ball here, and I just want to show you how far I can kick this thing. And a lot of people are like freaking out, you know, how can you do that? And I just want to show you, it's really, really cool. Can I have a volunteer, please, to catch a ball for me? Let's see. Sure, I'll get you. How you doing? Yeah, see my finger pointing at you? Stand up. How you doing? Beautiful. What's your name?
Jake.
What is it?
Jake.
Jake. Nice to meet you, Jake. Now, can I get you to do me a favor and probably just go up that way? See my finger pointing that way? Just up that way a little bit. Can you guys make a little bit of a path for him to go in amongst the crowd a little bit? Beautiful. Now, just face me, Jake. Now, I just want to show everybody how far I can actually boot this thing. I'm a big fan of David Beckham. I love David Beckham. I love it how he curves that ball. And so I'm practicing, you know what I mean? So I'm just going to maybe just to get you to move back. Keep on moving back. Keep on back. Keep on back. I'm joking, bro. I can't kick that far. Come forward. It's all good. I'm just joking. All right, right there is good. Right there is good. Now, that's a pretty big kick, so I'm going to take a little bit of a run up here. So, let me just just Woo! I was checking, it's so good. I just wanted to see if I get you scared a little bit. All right, here we go. Are you ready, mate? Now, when you get this ball, don't throw it back because I can't catch. You understand me? All right, you ready? Here we go. When you get this ball, just come up here on stage. Is that cool? Ready? 1, 2. Look at that. Jump up, mate, on this side. Beautiful. Now, Jake, hey, you having a good day today?
Yeah.
That's good. I'll get you to hold that for me. Beautiful. Now, wait. I'm not done with you yet, bro. All right? So I'll just get you to stand there, face the crowd. So, anything new happen in your life today? School? How's school? Boring? Learn anything? No? Just cool or something? Yeah, cool. Did your homework? No? All right, cool. All right, so here we go. So I want to just be real with you. There's a cool game I want to play with you, if that's cool. I'm going to get your right hand on the table, all right? That's a cool ring. You're going to get me one of those. Get a toe ring, you know what I mean? One day I'm going to get a wristwatch too. Anyway, just put the whole hand on here. Beautiful. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to play a game called Slappers, okay? Now, I don't know if you know what this game is, but basically I'm going to slap you, okay? And when I go like this, you've got to move out of the way before I get you. So it's a race between your hand and the chicken drumstick, all right? So what's going to happen is you got 5 shots, okay? And if I miss you once out of the 5, you win. Does that make sense? You only got to beat me once to win, okay? You ready? You said you were having a good day today, yeah? That's good. It's going to change, okay? I'm joking. All right, ready? Are you scared? You're not scared? All right. All right, ready? Number 1. So when I go like this, you go like exactly, okay? You got to be quick though, okay? Ready? Number 1. All right. This is number 1. Number 2. All right, number 3, I'll make it easier for you. I'll even look away and I'll close my eyes, okay? Now, is his hand still there? I've done this a couple times, so you can't cheat on me, all right? Now, I'm gonna close my eyes. Your hand's there. Is his hand there? All right, you ready? All right, number 4. I'll let you win. Okay. Give me a hug, man. I love you. Give me a round of applause, guys. Thanks so much, Jake. All right, real quick. I've got a phone up here. It's not my cell phone, but it's a normal phone. I just ripped it off the wall. I'm going to actually show you how I can actually flick this phone onto my shoulder. It's very cool. So it's actually not always guaranteed that it's going to happen the first time. So what happens when you fail? Very good, very good. So can someone give me a sound for ringing phone, please? Thank you, thank you. I'm Hey, is that cool? Awesome. I want to talk about like when I started, going to school and stuff, a lot of people put me down, you know what I mean? Like people tease each other. I mean, people come up and say, hey, you're fat, 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 you like, lose some weight, and you go home and you look at yourself in the mirror and go, I'm fat, right? And so many people tease each other. Oh, you're too short, you're too tall, you look whatever. Different hair and all that. It doesn't matter. See, the thing is, when you're in school, when you're growing up in life, it actually sort of matters to people how you look. And then it matters to you because it matters to others. Why? Why does it matter how you look? Because if they don't like you, then who will? If they don't accept you, then who will? And the fear that we have is that we're going to be alone, that we're not good enough. And, we have to change ourselves. And, so many people put me down and say, Nick, you look too weird and no one's really your friend and you can't do this and you can't do that. And I couldn't change anything. It's not like just fixing my hair one day and everything's fine. It's not like, just whatever. I couldn't change my circumstance. I couldn't just one day wake up and say, hey, give me arms and legs. I need arms and legs. You know what I mean? Like, I went to a bodybuilder, and said, can you make me some arms and legs? No joking. Bodybuilder, you get it? Right? So this is the thing. I go up to people, can you give me a hand? Just joking. But it was so hard because people put me down. And I started believing that I was not good enough. I started believing that I was a failure. That I'll never ever be somebody who people would like or people would accept. And it was so hard, man. I thought to myself, I can't go on the soccer field like everybody else, and I can't ride my bike, and I can't skateboard, and all these sort of things. And I started getting depressed. I thought, what kind of purpose do I have to live? I mean, are you just here to live to die? I mean, is there not a purpose for me? Is there not a purpose in life? And I had questions and no answers. And I asked my mum and dad, why did this happen? I asked doctors, why did this happen? They don't know. There are some things in life that are out of your control that you can't change and you got to live with. The choice that we have, though, is either to give up or keep on going. I want to ask you, what are you going to believe? Are you going to believe in yourself? Are you going to believe everybody else's judgment on you? Are you going to believe people when they say that you're a failure? Well, no one really likes you, no one really cares about you. And it's not really to say that, hey, you need someone to come up and say, hey, really, I like you, I care about you. No, it's not that, but it's the fact that people put you down. People don't even look you in the eye. People ask you how you are, and you say fine, but you're not fine, and they'll never know that. I tell you, life is interesting. Life's a journey. See this phone here? Let's say that I want to go to the phone, right? And I start from over here. Now, to get to the phone, it's not like I'm going to start meditating and going hum, right? And float across the air, right? It's not going to work. It's not like I'm going to go hum and woo, it's not going to work. So I have to take one step at a time, one step at a time, one step at a time. You can only take one step at a time. I don't care how big your step is, it's only one step at a time. You can't do 2 steps in one. You understand? So it's like one step at a time. And you take steps in this direction, you take steps in that direction. You sort of get lost along the way, and sometimes you fall down. Now, to illustrate my point, I'm going to jump off the table, do a back twist, and land on the floor. Okay? Is that cool? Are you ready? Oh, there's a clock there? Okay, can you move the clock for a second, please? Beautiful, beautiful. All right. You ready? So, are you guys ready? Just let me know when you're ready. Are you ready? Okay, ready? 1, 2. I'm joking, man. Are you serious? Just put the clock back there. If I did that, I'll break my arm or something. You know what I mean? But honestly, along the way, you might fall down like this. Ready? Right? Hello! Right. So what do you do when you fall down? Get back up. Everybody knows to get back up, because if I start walking, I'm not going to get anywhere. But I tell you, there are some times in life where you fall down and you feel like you don't have the strength to get back up. You sort of put a mask on your face when you come to school, and
pretend that everything's okay when it's not, and you go home and lay in your bed when no one's looking at you, when you don't have to impress anybody, and you're yourself. And fear comes in. You know the fear that you have as soon as you walk into the doors of your house. Maybe there's a broken home. Maybe you have doubt in your life. Maybe you don't know for sure what's going to be happening in the future, and it scares you. Maybe you're worried about what people think of you, what people say about you. Just that fear paralyzes you. And I just want to ask you today, do you think you have hope? Because I tell you, I'm down here, face down, and I have no arms, no legs. It should be impossible for me to get back up. I mean, you go home and tie the legs and arms of your brothers and sisters and like push them down and see how long it's going to take them to get back up. You know what I mean? You know, you can tell them that you'll see them tomorrow. You know what I mean? But this is the thing. It should be impossible for me to get back up, but it's not. You see, I will try 100 times to get up, and if I fail 100 times, if I fail and I give up, do you think that I'm ever going to get up? No. But if I fail, I try again and again and again. For as long as I try, there's always that chance of getting up. Does that make sense? And it's not the end until you've given up. And just the fact that you're here should persuade you that you have another chance to get back up. There's still hope. I'm not here today to tell you that I understand your pain. I don't know how it feels to be abused. I don't know how it feels to feel, quote, fat and you've got an eating disorder. I don't know how it feels to have a broken home. I don't know how it feels. But I know how it feels to have a broken heart. And I know how it feels to be alone. And I want you to know that I found my strength in Jesus Christ, and you're going to find your strength in whatever you find it in. But I just want you to know that it's not the end. It matters how you're going to finish. Are you going to finish strong? And you will find that strength to get back up like this. How did I get from depressed to who I am today? Because I tell you, I was depressed. When I was age 8, I used to concentrate on the things I didn't have. I wish I had arms and legs, and I wish I could do this, but what can I do? You see, I have a choice, and that's what I want to talk about today, choices. I can either be angry for not having arms and legs or be thankful for my chicken drumstick. And you see, I can still do a lot of things. At home, I can brush my teeth, comb my hair, get myself ready in the morning. And I'm traveling around the world. It's amazing. But I had to ask myself a couple questions. And the first question was really, who am I? Who am I? I'm Nick Vujicic, but who is that? And it's funny how the friends around you sort of determine who you are. You change yourself. You come to school. And everybody swore around me at high school, so I started swearing. Why? Because it's the cool thing to do. Everybody swears. So I don't want to be left out. And I want to be accepted, so I started swearing. You go to a party, everybody's drinking, so you drink. Why? Well, everybody else around me is doing a big deal. And you start losing yourself, and you start putting your security in temporary things. You start putting your happiness in things that won't last. You can get drunk all you like, but in the morning, you're going to be sober with a headache with the same problems. You want to be high the rest of your life on drugs? Everybody said, don't do drugs, don't do drugs. Well, why? Why do we even go there? It's either out of curiosity, peer pressure, or trying to escape reality. Basically, 3 things. That's why we go to drugs, sex, alcohol. Why do you do it? Because it feels good. Okay, that's how we do it. I mean, if you want something, you go get it. You want to buy something, you save up money, you go get it. Why? Because that will make you happy. And we take these steps in the wrong direction that will actually take you away from your dreams. Oh, don't worry, Nick. Drugs and alcohol won't take me away from my dreams and my purpose and sex and all that. No. But I tell you, it actually will. Because you go to a level of drinking and you go to a level of drugs and it's not enough. You'll find that out. And then you try something new. And then you'll also go to school and people will put you down and parents will tell you that you're a failure because you failed at a test. And you start believing the lies around you, saying that you're not good enough and no one's going to want you and you'll never ever do anything good in your life and you'll never ever achieve the dreams and goals that you wish you had done or wish that you could do. And these steps take you closer. That voice saying, you're not good enough, you're not good enough, you're not good enough. And all you need is one more step to fall. So you have a choice to know which step you're going to take today. Let me ask you, do you know who you are? You want to know who I think you are? You care about what your friends think who you are. You care about their opinion. You want to know who I am? You want to know what I think you are? I'll tell you right now. I don't care how you look. Honestly, if you're 400 kilos, I'm going to come up to you and give you a hug and say that I love you. I don't care if you're fat, short, tall, thin, I don't care, man. I really don't care how you look. I don't care what you're good at. I don't care what you're not good at. I don't care if you like rock and roll music or not. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care if you're a good mathematician or a good athletic or not good at anything that you think. But I'm going to come and tell you that you're awesome just the way you are. I know so many teenagers who look themselves in the mirror and wish that they had a different body. Girls, you're beautiful just the way you are. You're gorgeous. You're gorgeous. I love you just the way you are. And you boys, you're the man. Because it's not how you look. When you see me for the first time, many of you felt sorry for me. Do you feel sorry for me anymore? No. Why? Because you know who I am. But don't you remember I have no arms and no legs? Would you want to be my friend? Of course you would. Why? Because you like who I am. But I have no arms and no legs. And you're going to say, so what? So when you say, well, I have this or I don't have that, I'm going to go, so what? I don't care. You are worth more than diamonds. All the diamonds in the world, you are so precious. Every single one of your hearts, you can do something. Not just something that you can do, but you can live life. Life is not always good. Life is always not rosy. But life is worth living when you find purpose. Nick, I don't know what my purpose is. I don't know. My parents want me to do this. My teachers want me to do that. My friends think that I should do this, and I don't know what to do. And you're torn, man. You don't know what to do. You have to make important decisions, man. You don't know what to do. Who do you believe? Follow your heart. If that's who you want to be, if that's what you want to do in life, then walk to it. One day at a time. That phone might feel so far away. In fact, it might seem impossible for you to reach that. Let's say that phone was all the way at the back of the room. How am I going to get off this table? I can't. How am I going to get there? I can't. But I want you to know that nothing is impossible. And if it is impossible for your dreams to come true, let's say you want to become a pilot and you can't be a pilot for some reason, maybe your eyesight or maybe your height. I know somebody who couldn't be a pilot. They're doing something now that they actually love to do. See, all things come together for the good. That's how it is in my life. You see, there's nothing good about having no arms and no legs, is there? No. If I, click my fingers, metaphorically speaking, and your arms and legs disappeared, do you think you'd be happy with me? No, you'd come run after me and headbutt me, okay? Because there's nothing good about having no limbs. But I love my life. Do you want to know why? Because I've seen the purpose. Because I have no arms and no legs, you're all listening to what I have to say. This is maybe the most attentive you've been in any guest speaker. Because everybody else is boring, and what would they know anyway? That's what you think. Don't worry, I was at school too. Like, what do you know? I don't care what many people have to say. They have no idea what I'm going through. What pain do they know? But you see me and you see what sort of pain I could go through and what I've gone through. And all of a sudden now, I'm seeing all of you, and maybe for the first time, you're believing these words out of my mouth saying, I love you. And you don't even know me, but you actually believe that I do love you. You see, it's an unconditional love. You don't have to do anything for me to love you. I just love you. Why? I don't know, because I just love you. Why? It's love. It's unconditional love. Not only is it about you and your life, but what about the people around you? You know, if you think that you have no purpose, Nick, I don't know what I want to do. You know, I wish I could do this, but I don't think this is going to happen in my life. Let me tell you this. So many people came up to me and said, Nick, I don't have a purpose. I don't know what to do in my life. Let me ask you one thing. If you went through your life full of pain, full of tears, and at the end of your life, you actually saved somebody's life, is your life worth living? Is the pain worth someone's life if you could actually save somebody? Can you imagine? If you actually saw somebody nearly get run over a car, you dive and get them out of the way of the car, for instance, an example, would that be worth living? You save somebody's life. I don't know. What about this? Let's say that you have a problem in your life and you want to give up now. Imagine if someone 10 years older who's gone through the exact same thing that you have actually got through it and came to you and said, you know what? I know how it feels. I've been there. I've been going through what you're going through now, but I'm still here. Would that not encourage you? Could that possibly save your life? Yes. Is that not a purpose worth living for? And that's why I believe in you, because that is the greatest purpose. It's to love. Honest. It sounds corny, whatever you want to say. I don't care. I love people because there is freedom and power in loving people. You have a choice every day you come to school to either tease somebody, gossip about somebody, or you can go up to them and encourage them. You can go up to somebody and say, hey, you're looking good today. When you ask them how you doing and they say okay and you know they're not okay, you can say, no, really, how are you doing? You could save somebody's life. Oh, really, Nick? No, I don't think so. Check this out. I was 6 years old, grade 1, 12 people teased me. I counted them all on my fingers. 12 people teased me. And at the end of the day, 10 to 3 in the afternoon, I said, I can't do this. If one more person teases me today, that's it. I'm going to give up. And I'm driving in my wheelchair, my BMW 7 Series to my parents, right? And there is this one girl who yells out, hey, Nick! And I'm thinking, great, here it is. She comes to me and she says, Nick, I just want you to know that you're looking good today. And I'm like, oh. The power of encouragement. You can save a person's life. Because I tell you, I was walking, man, this way. You're not good enough. People telling me, no one loves you. There's nothing good in your life. You can't do this. You can't do that. No one's going to want to marry you and all these sort of things and get to the edge. And all I needed was that one more person to tell me that I wasn't good enough. And I'll be down there. Do you know that you could be that one person for somebody else to push them over? You don't know how many people have eating disorders in this school. You don't know how many people want to hurt themselves in this school. They hide it. You don't know how many people hate their life. And you're one of the reasons why. Can you imagine that? Serious. Why? Just because you want to have fun. Grow up. Grow up. I dare this school not to tease another person for the rest of the day. I dare you. I dare you. Do you think it's possible? People will say, well, I won't do it, but everybody else will. Be the change you want to see. And you be that person and turn them around. This school should have every person having a friend. You see somebody having no friends, why don't you go up to that person and be their friend? Because you're scared of what people think of you. Let's do it. Let's wake up. Embrace it, man. Let's live. I love my life. Nothing stopped me. Am I happy all the time? No, I'm not happy all the time. I'm not happy. I cry sometimes. Not because of no arms, no legs. This is easy. I'm talking about the things in life that other things, man, I'm like stressed about and anxious about it. The person that I love, they're hurting and I can't do anything about that. That's what kills me. We're all going through something. We're all trying to find that something, that happiness. You can find it. Because I found it. Check this out. You need to learn something. Do you know for you to learn something, it was actually learnt by somebody else? And anything that anybody else learns, you can actually learn. Makes sense, right? How do you know this is black? Because someone taught you it was black. Why? Because someone learned that this was black. And you were able to learn that this was black by someone teaching you. Nothing's really beyond your reach. Understand what I'm saying? But we're not all good at maths. We're not all good at athletics. We're not all good at, maybe telling colors. Big deal. Find what you love to do. I love loving people, man. I love encouraging people. That's the greatest thing. The greatest business in the world, saving people's lives. Love it. But we're not all going to be speakers. We're not all going to be doing something. That'd be crazy. What do you want to do in your life? Is there something more to your life? Because I found something more to my life, and I believe it's God, and you're on your own journey. It's fine. I love you guys so much. I love you very much. Choices are yours. I made a choice to keep my virginity until I'm married. It's proof beyond words that my wife was worth waiting for. Do we make wrong choices? Yes, we do. Are there consequences for bad choices? Yes, there are. And I can talk another half an hour on consequences on drugs, sex, and alcohol, but I'm not here to lecture you. I'm not here to say not to do drugs and not to do all that stuff. Look. But don't believe that you know everything either. What I don't know won't kill me, right? That's what they say, right? That is stupid. How dumb's that? Let's say I've got a brain tumor and I don't know it. Is that going to kill me still? Yeah. Duh. Idiot. Of course. Look at me and my life. I've made choices and this is how I am. This is where I am. And I love it. You know what's cool? Sorry. Just getting a seat organized. That's better. Put my feet up, I want to talk about my wife. I'm not married. I don't know who my wife is yet, right? It's okay. I know she's coming. It's fine. She's coming. Just because you have no boyfriend, girls, it doesn't mean you're not beautiful and that you're not loved. You don't need a boyfriend. You don't need to use your body as security to make you feel that someone needs you. My wife is coming. And I may not have hands to hold my wife's hand, but I don't need hands to hold her heart. And that's all I want to hold. I'll tell you, a real man would wait. A real man would not put your life in danger. if you're not 100% sure that you're going to be together for the rest of your life. That's why I haven't had sex, because I don't know who I'm going to marry yet. Why sleep around with everybody else? It's so silly. Why? Just for temporary pleasure? No, man. It's beautiful to know I've only shared that with my girl, and I'm her guy. I love that. We're going to have children together, I know that. And how am I going to hug my children when they're crying? I used to get depressed over that. What kind of a father am I going to be? Check this out. There was a girl, she's so cute, man, one of my friend's daughters, and she was, 2.5 years old. She had this pink flowery hat on, pink shoes on. She was about my height as well. And she came and she was hugging everybody goodbye at this family function, and she comes to me, and I'm sitting on the floor, and she's just looking at me, and I'm like, cool. She's just staring at me. I'm like, okay, what can a 2.5-year-old honestly be thinking about? I'm like, this is so weird. And she was looking at me for about 25 seconds, and then she realizes something. Like this little light, bing, came to it. And she realized that I had no hands to hug, so when she came up to me to hug me, she put her hands behind her back. And she hugged me with her neck. I know. Isn't that more beautiful? It's so beautiful. Why am I here? To tell you this, that I love you. That everything's going to be okay. Not today, not to say that I am going to be with you every day to tell you that. Not to say that I understand what you're going through, but today I've come here so you would remember my smile. And you would remember what I said. That you have a choice to either uplift somebody or put someone down. You either have the choice to step towards your goals and dreams or step away, going into temporary things. You have a choice to either give up or keep going. Give up or get up. When you fail, try again and again and again. I want you to close your eyes, please. If you don't want to close your eyes, that's fine. Just stare at the floor. Don't talk to the person next to you, please. I want to ask you, how are you? What heaviness are you carrying? What tears do you hold back? What pain, what fears are kept inside? You don't have to hold on to those fears. You just take one step at a time. Not to say that one day these fears are just going to completely disappear, but can you forgive those who've hurt you? Because that's when healing starts. Every time someone puts you down, will you make a decision to bring somebody else up? Picture yourself in an open area. There's no buildings and there's no shelter, and there's a storm above you. And this storm represents the situations in your life. And you don't tell anybody what you're going through because, first of all, they wouldn't understand. And second of all, they can't even help you anyway. You're in this storm and you're down on your knees and you're cold and you're weak and you feel like this is the end. Are you not still here? You are still here. You don't have to do this alone. You can talk to counselors. You can talk to people you trust. And you're going to talk to whoever you talk to, but I talk to Jesus. But hold on to that person who you think might help you. And imagine them right now saying that they can't stop the storm right now, but they will hold you and keep you warm until the storm passes. Because when they hold you, the storm's still there, but it's okay. Because they're with you all the way. Think of your friends. You look them in the eye and you know maybe that they're not really that happy. You go to parties and you just look them in the eye. And you know that they're hurting as well. Everybody's trying to cover up. Can you lift somebody today? Make the choice today to do something good. Hold on to that hope. Open your eyes. Look at me. Tears clean the windows of your soul. That's why you feel good after crying. And I'm here today to hug you. I'm a hugging machine. And if you want a hug, I'm going to, in a couple minutes, get up off this. I'm going to go to a table to the side. There's a table around the corner behind this camera. And I want to hug you. And I want you to hug me like you've never hugged before. Because there is healing in hugging. And I want you to know that I love you guys so much. Don't give up. And know that there is someone always out there who believes in you, who loves you just the way you are.
This is exactly what this school needed, because teenagers at this point in their life, they go through trying to find out who they are, and you never really get to find it out with other people. People can't tell you who you are. You've got to find it for yourself, and you've got to be able to respect yourself and learn to love yourself before you can change your environment. And that's really been helpful with what Nick said. It's told kids that it doesn't matter what you look like, it doesn't matter what you smell like, it doesn't matter what colour eyes you have or if you have braces or anything. It just matters who you are on the inside, and that person is who everybody should be seeing. And if they're not seeing it, then you should be looking for someone else. You should be looking for someone who does see who you are on the inside and who does love you.
You're beautiful, just the way you are. Busy streets looking for her next mate. Maybe he will be the one, 'cause in her mind there is more to life than being someone. But deeper down she has found the one thing to make her feel loved. So she is looking for it in all the wrong places. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful, just the way you are.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak into your life and share with you my story. I hope you've been challenged and inspired to never give up, and I believe that you have been touched. I'd love to hear from you. Write to me. Go on my website, attitudesaltitude.com. I enjoy reading so many people's testimonials on how my life has impacted theirs. So please write to me or email me. Also want you to know that there is a book coming and a series of DVDs. So be on the lookout for that. If you see me on the street face to face, make sure you come up and say hello, give me a hug. I'd love to meet you. Remember, there is always hope. Never give up.
Hi, everybody. Hi. How you doing? Good. It's good. Everybody give yourself a round of applause. Come on, real loud. All right. So you all having a good day? Yeah. Good stuff. Nice to meet you. My name is Nick Vujicic, and as you can see, I have no arms and no legs, but I have my little chicken drumstick here. And this thing, man, I can actually use to drive my wheelchair and write and type on a normal computer. Who's got a computer at home? Cool. I can actually type 43 words a minute on a normal computer, and it's really, really cool. And I've got so many things to share with you today, and we're going to have a bit of fun. Who's ready to have some fun? All right. So what I'm going to do now is I just want to show you a little bit about my wheelchair, and this is really, really cool. See this seat belt on mine? This is my seat belt. And then you lock it in, right? And then this little thing, right? It's got a little joystick over here, right? So when I go forwards, it goes forwards. When it goes back, it goes back. When I push it back, it goes back. So let me just show you how I drive it. Would you like to see that? Yeah. All right, so just, you don't have to sit up. Just watch me come up. I'm going to come up the aisle, right? And then I'm going to go back. You want to see me reversing? Yeah. Beep, 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 beep. You want to see how fast this thing goes? All right, so I'm going to take a little bit of a run up here. All right, you ready? Really fast, right? Ready? You want to see it again? Up the aisle, hold on. I saw ya. It's all good. Ready? Hey, I got a horn. You want to hear it again? It's pretty cool. Now, you want to see me jump around? Because outside, I take this around, and this is how I get around. But when I'm in my house, I don't really drive this around a lot. I actually get out, and so I can actually see this seat going down, goes all the way to the floor, which is really, really cool. And then I unbuckle myself like this, and then I can actually jump out. Now, do you want to see how far I can run? Or how fast I can run? All right, you ready? Just stay down. You ready? Okay, ready? On your marks, get set. All right, ready? On your marks, get set. Watch out, I'm going to come in here, I'm going to go. No, I'm joking, it's all good. All right, here we go. We're going to come back. All right. Here we go. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually jump from my wheelchair onto the table. Do you think I can do that? I can't. I'm just joking. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get Mr. Craig to put me on the table. Everybody say, hi, Mr. Craig. Hi, Mr. Craig. All right. So here we go. He's just going to give me a little hello. All right. Beautiful. All right. So the first thing I want to show you is really, really cool. With my chicken drumstick, I can actually, call this a chicken drumstick. Did I tell you why I call this a chicken drumstick? I don't think so. I call this a chicken drumstick because, first of all, it looks like one, and sometimes my dog thinks it's one. And so every now and then my dog comes and he starts biting on my foot, and I'm like, hit him in the head a couple of times, right? So my chicken drumstick is pretty cool, and I have 2 toes in it, so I can do the peace sign, and then I have my other little one, hello. Do you like that one? And that one just sits there, it doesn't do much. But with this foot, I can actually write. This is my pen. So I can actually write quite neatly with my pen, so that's really cool. And so I learned how to write. You guys like drawing? Anybody like drawing? I love to draw. So that's pretty cool. All right. So what else can I show you? Would you like to see me write with my mouth? Yeah. Cool. I'm just going to get Miss Jeanette up here. Everybody say hi, Miss Jeanette. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to write a little note to your school. Is that cool? And I'm going to draw some pictures for you with my mouth. Is that cool? And you can keep it in your office forever. So that's going to be very, very cool. All right, here we go. Actually, we'll probably start with blue. Anybody like blue? We'll leave red for last. Here we go. Ready? So, you've got the school called what? Pottsville Beach Public School. All right, here we go. Ready? That's pretty long. Here we go. How do you spell deer? There's deer. Okay, I'm going to say, I'm going to write a little message. Never what did that say? Ever very good. Everybody read that sentence? Okay. And that's it. Here we go. We're going to do, how about I draw, for the boys, a red motorcycle? All right. Doing a mono, a wheelie? Here we go. Check this out. Ready? Is that cool? All right. And for the girls, how about I do a purple flower? Yeah, I love flowers. I love flowers. Flowers are cool, man. Are you ready? Here we go. Is that cool? Yes. All right. Then at the bottom, green, thanks. I'm going to put love Nick. Is that cool? Yes. All right, so. What's the date today? 16th of what? What year? You like that? All right. Thank you. All right, very cool. So we're going to give that to your principal, and you guys can keep that in your office. Is that cool? Yeah. All right. Well, guys, I want to share with you just a couple more things. Is that cool? You want to see some more tricks? Yeah. All right. The first thing I want to show you is I've actually got a tennis ball up here. Let me bring that to the front. Now, do you like soccer? Yeah. I love soccer. Who really loves soccer? Yeah. I love soccer, man. I tell you, I'm trying to practice this kick, like I'm really getting good at it, and I reckon I could show you how far I can kick. Would you like to see how far I can kick? Yeah, because I've been practicing. Because practicing makes perfect, right? Yeah. All right, so I was wondering if I could have a grade 6 student to catch a ball for me. Where are our grade 6s? All right, here we go. Probably have you in the blue shirt. Wait a second, there's 2 of you. The one behind, yep, that one, beautiful. Well, both of you. All right. So you both saw my fingers pointing at you. All right. I'll get you. Sorry, mate. What's your name? Jamie. Nice to meet you, Jamie. Jamie, how you doing today? Good. Sorry, bro. All right, here we go. Now, Jamie, I'm going to get you to do me a favor. Yeah, probably walk up there. You know what? Maybe not there. If I can get you to go over there where Mr. Craig is. Go back around there. Beautiful. I want to show everybody how far I can kick this. You know what? I've got to warm up a little. You know what? Jamie, if you could maybe come back up, I've got to have a little kick first. I've got to warm up a little bit, right? All right, so, yeah, that's pretty good. All right, so let me just kick it. You ready? Ready to catch? When you get it, just bring the ball back, all right? Don't throw it back because I can't catch, okay? All right, so here we go. Ready? 1, 2. You're going to count with me. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, very nice. Very good. Put the tennis ball right here. All right. Now I feel pretty warmed up, so if you can go back, keep me on back. Is that a pretty big kick? A little bit more back. All right, beautiful. Right, that's a massive kick. All right. So that's a pretty big, do you think I can do that? Well, if I don't do it, what happens when you fail? You try again. Very good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this out of the way because I'm going to need a little bit of a run up here. So just move back a little bit. Just move back a little bit. A little bit. A little bit. Little. Just a little. A little. Whoa! I'm just joking. I want to see if I can scare you a little bit. All right, Jamie, you ready, man? All right, so when you get this, mate, just come back up on stage and we'll play a little bit of a game. Here we go. You ready? Ready? 1. You're going to count. Wait, is it? No, let's do it again. Ready? Got to warm my foot here. Ready? All right, count me in. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3. All right, beautiful. Awesome. Jamie, you want to play a bit of a game with me? One more thing? Yeah, you want to come up here, mate? I just want to show you some, not a game, but I want to show you a drum kit. Just jump up on that box there. Perfect. And just face everybody. Cool. And I just want you to see this thing, right? And I want you to show them that I'm not actually cheating or anything, right? This is my drum machine up here, right? So do you see lots of buttons up here? Yeah. Okay, so there's a couple lights. And basically what's happening is as each button is pressed, it makes a sound, right? Am I pressing play? Am I playing that? Yeah? So every sound is made when I press a button, right? You want to have a go? Go for it. There you go. Hit it hard. Right? So when he presses it, he makes a sound. Is that cool? So I just wanted to show you that just to make sure, because when you get off stage, I'm going to play a couple tunes. Is that cool? Play a little bit of drums. Is that cool? Well, thank you very much for your help. Give me a hug, mate. Appreciate it. I love you. Give him a round of applause, guys. All right, now what's going to happen is I'm going to show you now what I can do, right? So as I press the button, is that too loud? Right, so I want you to actually clap a little bit, right? Clap with me, ready? Wait, ready? Very good. Ready? That's cool, huh? Yeah? You like that? Ready? Faster. Bop, 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 bop. Woo! Woo! You like that? And then there's like a couple cool things, like there's a cool kit. Ooh, you like that? You know, like techno? Anybody like techno yet? You like a bit of... You like that? You like that? And there's like a little cool... You like that? You like that? Is that cool? And then I've got like a couple bass guitars and stuff, so it's really, really cool. You like that? So I can actually make a little music. Who likes music? I love music. So did you like the drum machine? Did you want me to do a little rap for you? All right, let's have a look at this. All right, so what would you like me to rap about? Give me a subject. Give me anything in the world. How about me and you? All right, ready? Like that? All right, cool. Here we go. This is better. Ready? I like that. Ready? Like that? You like that? So, here we go. So I was coming to Pottsville Beach Public School, seeing everybody speaking. Hello everybody, my name is Nick. Never give up when it gets hard. You either give up or get up. And I said, hey, you are special. Never worry about what people think of you because you're special. Special, special. Yeah. Everybody go, yeah. 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 All right. You like that? All right. Give yourself a round of applause, guys. Well, I've got one more thing to show you, and it's really cool. There's a ball coming down. Did the ball? Okay, cool. This is really, really cool, actually. This is a phone. I have a phone up here. Now, is this a mobile phone? No. I just pulled it off the wall. All right, so this is really cool. This is a normal home phone, right? And I want to show you guys how I can actually flick this up onto my shoulder. Now, I think this is a pretty cool trick. But it doesn't always happen the first time. But what happens when you fail? Try again. Very good. So can someone give me a sound for ringing phone, please? Yeah? Keep it going. Okay, ready? It's off the hook. It's off the hook. Ready? I'm coming! Let me come over here so you can all see. Ready? I'm coming! Ready? 1, 2, 3. Hey, is that cool? You like that? Awesome. Now I want to talk a little bit about my life and how school was because, a lot of people think that school sometimes is hard because it is. You're not good at everything, and there are also hard situations at schools because people tease you. Who's been teased before? All right, so I want to talk about teasing. Is that cool? Can I talk about teasing today? All right. Now, is there anything good about being teased? No. If there's nothing good about being teased, then why do people tease each other? Put your hand up if you can tell me why people tease each other. In the blue shirt up the back, sweetie, yes? Yeah, they want attention and they think they're cool and up the front? Because they think it's fun. So there are many reasons why people tease each other. And we know that it's not good to tease, but what can we do when people tease us? What are the coolest things that we can do? Yeah, man? Tell a teacher. What about the one in front of you? Yes? Walk away. And what else can we do? We can very good answers. Very good answers. So we can ignore them. We can walk away and we can tell a teacher. Who else can we tell apart from our teacher? Yes? All right. So you can go to the person and say, hey, stop it. I don't like what you're saying. Now, are these all good ideas? Yes. Do they always work? No. I found out something that will always work. You want to know what it is? It's the coolest thing of all. When people tease you, all you need to do is love yourself. And you're probably thinking, love yourself? Now, I don't mean to get up in front of the mirror every morning and look at yourself and go, I am so beautiful. Oh, look at my hair, I am so good looking, right? But to know that you are special just the way you are. I want you to say, I am special. I am special. Just the way I am. And so we all have differences. I look different to you. Some people are taller, some people are shorter. Some people have blue eyes, hazel eyes, brown eyes, purple eyes. You have purple eyes? Yeah. No? I see some green hair and different hair, right? But this is the coolest thing, is that we're all different, aren't we? Yeah. But it's okay to be different, isn't it? Yeah. See, when you saw me for the first time, maybe you felt sorry for me. Who felt sorry for me when they first saw me, right? Do you feel sorry for me now? A little bit? But do you think I'm cool? Yeah? Why? Because you've seen who I am. And who I am matters more than how I look. Does that make sense? Because I tell you, man, there were many kids who saw me for the first time and they tease me. And I have so much fun sometimes when kids see me for the first time. There was this one little girl who saw me one day. It was so funny. She goes, Mommy, look! It's an alien! So I went to her and I went up to her and I went, raw. And she's like, ah! I'm running after her saying, I'm going to eat you, you know? But you see, when people see me, you like that one? When people see me for the first time, it's hard to see that I'm cool because all you see is that I have no arms and no legs. And so when people tease you, I want you to know that you're special just the way you are. You don't have to change a thing. I don't care if you're in a wheelchair. I don't care if you're taller. A lot of people think, tease each other because maybe you're thin, or maybe you have some weight on, or maybe your hair looks funny, or maybe your eyes look funny. It doesn't matter how you look. I want you to know that I love you just the way you are, and I believe in you. I reckon that you guys are awesome just the way you are. Every single girl, I want you to know that you are beautiful. You're beautiful just the way you are. And you boys, you're the man. So I want all the girls to say, I am beautiful. I am beautiful. Come on, now all the girls say, I am beautiful. I am beautiful. And all the boys say, I'm the man. I'm the man. And everybody say, I am special. I am special. Just the way I am. And so when people tease you, don't worry about what they say, because you are special. Something else I want to talk about is that we all know that we're not all good at maths, and we're not all good at running, and we're not all good at everything. But when we fail, we try again. You see this phone here? Let's say that I want to go and touch the phone, okay? Now, to go and touch the phone, how am I going to get there? I'm going to walk there. It's not like I'm going to start meditating and going hum and start floating, right? I'm not going to float. And I'm not going to say to the phone, here boy, come on. The phone's not going to come to me, is it? So I have to go to the phone. So I take one step at a time, one step at a time. How many steps at a time? One step at a time. But sometimes you might fall down like this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump off the table and do a back twist and jump on the floor. Is that cool? All right, so are you ready? You're not ready? Just let me know when you're ready. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. I'm joking, man. If I did that, I'll break my arm or something, all right? I have no arms, you're right, I forgot. All right, here we go. So here we go, ready? Now, along the way, you might fall down like this. Here we go, ready? 1, 2. Hello! So what do you do when you fall down? You get back up. Everybody knows to get back up, because if I start walking, I'm not going to get anywhere. But I want you to know sometimes in life, you fall down and you feel like that you have no strength to get back up. When maybe you had a bad test at school and maybe you didn't do so well at something, and people come up to you and say, hey, that was bad. And you know what? You get discouraged. You don't want to try again, because just in case you fail again, it's not nice to not be good at something. But I want you to know that when you fall down, you can get back up. Now, it should be really hard for a man without arms and legs to get back up when he's fallen down. I mean, go today and tie your hands and feet up, fall down and see if you're going to get up. Yeah? It's going to be pretty hard, isn't it? But you know what? Life is hard sometimes, and sometimes you come to school and people ask you how you are, but you don't really tell them how you are. Sometimes at night you get sad. Maybe some things happen in your life and you don't know what to do. And I know what I can do. I have good friends around me, and I have good parents to help me through my hard times. And maybe you don't believe in God, but I believe in God, and I pray to Him, and I believe He helps me. But I just want you to know today that when you fall down like this, you can get up. You see, if I try 100 times to get up and I fail 100 times, if I give up, do you think I'll ever get up? No. So you got to keep on trying. Does that make sense? Yeah. All right. So This is what I want you to see now. I'm actually going to get up. Are you ready for this? This is really cool. Hello. Ready? Count with me. 1, 2, 3. Is that cool? So I want you to know that sometimes you want to give up, but never ever give up. Say never, ever, ever give up. Very good. Never ever give up. So what happens when you fail? You? Very good. Very good. Now I want you to do something for me, right? I want you to think of today. Have you teased somebody today already? Maybe who's been teased today? All right, put your hands down. I want you to know something really cool. You know what? When I was 6 years old, much younger than you, when I was 6 years old, there were people teasing me all the time. And you know what happened one day? There were 12 people who teased me in one day. And I felt really sad. And I thought, why do people keep on teasing me? And I thought to myself, you know what? I want to give up. If one more person comes to tease me today, I'm going to give up. And you know what happened? Just before the school bell, I was next to my classroom and I'm actually walking back. I'm not walking back, but driving in my wheelchair, right? Back to my mum where she's going to pick me up from school. And on the way to the car, there was a girl who said, "Hey, Nick!" And I'm like, oh no, not another one. And she came up to me and she goes, "Hey, Nick, I like your smile. You're looking good today." And I'm like, oh, that's cool, man. I'm like, that's so cool. And then all of a sudden, when that one person said that I was okay, when that one person accepted me, I didn't care what the other 12 people thought. Does that make sense? Sometimes all you need is one person to believe in you. All you need sometimes is that one person to say that, hey, you know what? You're going to be okay. And I want you to know that I want to be that person for you. When you go through sad times, I want you to remember my smile. Ready? Right? And am I always happy? No. You see my foot? We all go through ups and downs, right? Woo! Right? And we all go through ups and downs. But I want you to know when you feel like giving up, don't give up because you are special. And I want you to know that you can do something special in your life. And it's so awesome to be able to actually encourage somebody. When people tease you, don't tease back. When people hit you, don't hit back. You got to be the more smarter one. But I'll tell you right now, if you want this school to have people where they're not teasing each other, then you be the person not to tease. Does that make sense? You be the person to stand up for people who are being teased. Is that cool? Yeah. You be the stronger one, all right? So I want to ask you today, what did you learn from me today? Put up your hand. What did you learn from me today? Yes. Never give up. Everybody say never. Never. Ever. Give up. Very good. What else? That's right. Stop teasing people. It doesn't matter how you look, it's who you are. Does that make sense? Yes. Because I look weird, but am I really weird? No, I'm cool. Who thinks I'm cool? See, I'm pretty cool. Why? Because it's not how I look, it's who you are. All right? Very cool. So all the girls say, I am beautiful. I am beautiful. All the boys say, I'm the man. And everybody say, I am special. I am special. Just the way I am. Just the way I am. And we could write a song. We could write a rap. Yes, sweetie. Very good. Everybody's different. And it's okay to be different. Very good. Yes, ma'am? Very good. What happens when you fail? Very good. In the blue shirt. Yes. That's right. It doesn't matter how many people tease you. You always have friends to put you to help you. And I want you to know something. I found out the secret of what a true friend is. Do you know what a true friend is? Someone who accepts you no matter what. That they don't care about how you look. Those are true friends. Does that make sense? Someone who will accept you for who you are. So when others don't accept you, then we need to know. We go back to our true friends and they'll help us. Up the very back, did you have something? Anybody up the back? No, not yet. Yes, you with the bandana?
I am beautiful and I am special.
That's right. And you, sweetie?
It's not your appearance that matters, it's your personality.
Exactly. It's not your appearance, it's your personality that counts. Up the very back? That's right. When you get back, when you go down, you get back up. Yes? You're the man. Ready? Peace, brother. Woo! That's my peace sign. Show me your peace sign. It's peace. With a chicken drumstick. Peace. It's pretty cool. Hey, can I teach you one more thing? Because you guys are really learning a lot today, aren't you? All right. I want to see if this makes sense to you. You see, I have no arms and no legs. And I have a choice to either be angry for not having arms and legs and be angry for all the things I can't do, or be thankful for my chicken drumstick. Or be thankful for the things that I can do. Does that make sense? Yes. So everybody say, I am thankful. I am thankful. Very good. Appreciate it much. I was on the beach one day and I had my chicken drumstick under the sand and I was just sitting there watching the waves come by, and this lady came up to me and she must have thought that I had my hands inside my shirt, because she said, that's quite impressive. How long did it take you to bury your legs in the sand? See, she had no idea that I had no legs. And so I said it took me a long time to bury my legs in the sand. And then she said goodbye and I said goodbye and she started to walk off, and I'm waiting for her to look back at me. She looks back and I just start walking like this. And she's like, it was really funny. Really funny. Yeah, you want to see me open a book? Cool, cool. This is a phone. We don't need the phone anymore, do we? Let me just kick this off. All right. Let's see now. This is my book, right? My favorite book. It's really cool. This is how I open the book, and it's how I turn pages like that. And if I need to get one single one, I get a little bit of a corner like that and like that. Is that cool? And I can also close the book at the end too. So like that. What I would like to take time to do is to let you know that I'm a hugging machine. Now, many people don't like to hug me, and that's okay. Maybe you want to come up and shake my chicken drumstick. Or maybe you want to come and give me a high five on my shoulder. Just don't knock me down, okay?
Nick has shown us that he's a strong man and a person with a heart of gold. Therefore, we would like to present Nick a Pottsville hat and a medallion.
Oh,
Thank
sweet.
you for coming to our school, Nick.
Thank you so much. Oh, that's cool, man. This is cool. Yeah. Ready? I'm on top first. Yeah. All right. Give a round of applause, guys. Thanks so much, guys. Come on, you can do better than that. All right. Beautiful.
Boys and girls today, it was probably the first time for a long time when they've had an adult tell them that they love them, and the first time for some of them when they've told someone that they've loved them. So that is very special, and that's very, very empowering. Nick's Visit has been part of our annual Speak Up Day, when as a school community we stand up and make a stance against bullying, and we say it's okay to be different. What Nick has done for us, he's actually celebrated being different. He's celebrated being special, and that's just been wonderful. And I really think that Nick should be a mandatory part of every school curriculum. And if any families, people out there, boys and girls in schools, can get to hear and see Nick, grab it with both arms.
My name's Nick Vujicic, and as you can see, I have no arms and no legs, but I have my little chicken drumstick down here. And I was born this way. There's no medical reason why this would happen. And there are many times in life where things happen and you don't understand, and it's out of your control. And I talk about choices in life. I talk to the kids about, what are you going to believe? Are you going to believe that, it's okay to give up, or are you going to get up? And just knowing that we all do have problems. We all, get teased at school. You don't have to have no limbs to get teased at school. You can have a crooked nose. You know how it is. At school, everybody teases everybody. And it's so hard, I guess, as parents. I'm not a parent. I'm not married. I do not have kids. But I know many parents that have a struggle trying to convince their kids not to worry about what other people think of them. You try to convince your daughter that they're beautiful. You try to tell your boy that it's okay that he's shorter. It's okay that he can't play basketball like everybody else. And that's just why I love my life, because I'm being used as a unique and powerful tool for people of all ages to give a fresh perspective. And the thing is, your daughter won't believe you that she's beautiful, but she'll believe me when I tell her she's beautiful. To hear an outside adult say something, and not just another teacher or not just another speaker, because I know when I was in school, and I don't know about you, but when you're at a seminar or something and you see someone with arms and legs up on stage and you're thinking, well, what kind of message is this going to be? Or when he talks about or she talks about struggles, you're going to think, well, they don't know what I'm going through, and they don't know anything about your life, and what do they know about pain, Thing is, when I get up on stage, everybody sees that I've gone through something, some pain. And automatically I have the 100% attention of all students. And it's amazing to see that. So today I spoke to all the kids here over 2 sessions, talked about bullying and self-esteem, dreaming big and never giving up, basically. And just gave them a couple, cool tricks like kicking a tennis ball around, and showed them how I drew with my mouth, and how, I have a pen here, and showed them this. This is how I actually write with my foot down here, and I can actually write and draw and all that. I've actually learned how to do typing on a normal computer, 43 words a minute. I've done a double degree in accounting and financial planning. I'm a real estate investor. I'm a stock market investor. I'm a motivational speaker, preacher, and evangelist. I've spoken to 1.7 million people face to face across 12 nations in the last 4.5 years. It's been amazing, and I love my life. And, one of the things I talk to students is, can you be thankful? Can you be thankful? I had to have a choice of either be angry at the fact that I had no arms and no legs, or be thankful that I had my chicken drumstick. Or be thankful that I had, my BMW 7 Series. I'm going to take that to pimp my ride and, get some spinning rims on that and get a subwoofer on that. That would be pretty cool. But, we have a choice to be thankful, either to, give up or keep on going and do the best with what you got. I also told the students that it's not about being good at everything, but, basically doing your best. Just because you fail at something, it doesn't mean that you're a failure. And just because people tease you, it doesn't mean that it really matters how you look, because it's not how you look, it's who you are. And so just these basic values and principles actually change perspectives of lives. And I was just talking to some teachers who heard some feedback from some kids, and one boy said, Nick's giving me confidence. For a 5-6-year-old to say that, say that word and what that means, I don't know, but there was one little boy who came up to me and said, Nick, you're more of a man than I am. And I'm like, wow, and he's 6 years old, it's just amazing. And, they're going to talk about me for the next 2 weeks. You're going to see it when they get home, they're going to talk about it. And that's why I love my life, is because I found purpose. And what I talk to many adults about is about purpose, finding your purpose. And teenagers these days, they get caught up in drugs, sex, and alcohol, and they're trying to find their happiness and security in temporary things of how they look, who they associate themselves with, what they do, and what they don't do. And I talk about happiness, and if you put your happiness in temporary things, your happiness will be temporary. And so these are the key sort of boundaries that I've seen in my life, and gave me a new perspective. That old saying where you have a glass halfway filled with water, it's either half empty or half full. I love my life. I actually wouldn't change a thing, because I have found my purpose. You see, there's no joy in having no arms and no legs, but there's joy in the purpose of your circumstance. What good could possibly come out of a man being born without arms and legs? And I want to ask you today, what would have to happen in your life for you to look back after 80 years of pain, tribulation, and trials, to look back and say, it was worth it? What would actually have to happen? Let me ask you this. If you saved one person's life, would your life be worth living? Yes, of course. Why? Because that one life might be your child. That life might be, quote, you, if it's somebody else. And what I want you to know is to never underestimate the power of your influence on your children. Do not ever underestimate the power of your influence on your children. Because yes, they're going to go through different scenarios and different seasons in life where they won't listen to you and they'll rebel against you and they'll get angry at you and they'll shout at you. And you're going to try and see that the boundaries sort of shift as they grow up. And I see in my life how my parents have treated me and what influence they were on me. I tell you, there are some things that happen at my school that my parents never knew about. You know, people telling me, that I'm not good enough. And, I used to cry at times and tell them, what names people would call me. But I tell you, there were things that my parents didn't know about. And kids are not always good at hiding things, but as they get older, they'll be able to hide things better from you and close the door and put a do not disturb sign. How was school? Fine. What'd you learn? Nothing. How was school? Boring. What'd you do? Nothing. What'd you learn? Nothing. What's new? Nothing. Can I play computer? That sort of thing. And you sort of start to doubt your influence upon your kids, but I want you to know that you are the largest influence on your children's life. Period. The second adult influence that they have are their teachers. That's why I talk to a lot of teachers about how important their purpose is. Because there are many parents who are too busy. We're all busy. How you doing? Busy. What's been going on? I don't know, but I've been busy. We're all busy doing something, getting up, going to work, making money. Why? Because you need to provide finances and food on the table. It's how it is. It's how this life is. You get caught up in the routine, you forget about what's important. You sort of feel like you're caught in between a hard place and a rock, and it's difficult to actually sit down with your kids and have time with them. And I used to kiss them at night, and tuck them into bed or read them a story or something like that. But I tell you, life is a journey. And sometimes you're not going to see the influence in your kids' lives. But I want you to know that it is there. And my greatest influence was my parents. And I am thankful that my parents cared enough for me. See, I was born this way, and there's no medical reason why this had happened. And doctors can't still tell me today why this had happened. But I'm so thankful for my parents who accepted me just like any other child, raised me up and gave me positive influence all the time. We just got to be real with our kids. When I came back from school crying about people teasing me and putting me down, my parents said, don't worry about what they say. Just don't worry about what they say. Try ignore them. But I couldn't ignore them. I was actually one of the first disabled students to be integrated into a mainstream school in Australia. And I had all the attention on me, and a lot of people teased me and put me down. And you can't ignore it. But you can be that person in their life, that security of knowing that they can always come back to you and you will always love them for who they are, not how they look, or not how good they are, or not what they're good at and what they're not good at, but that unconditional love. You know what? I'm thankful that I was raised up in a whole home. My parents are still married, and there are many broken homes in today's society. It's hard to relate to kids, but I just want you to know to be encouraged. That's all I got you here for to do today, just to come here and ask you to be thankful for today. Today when you go home, you've got your children. Because there are things in life that disappear every now and then. Things that happen in your life that you don't understand. Life is a journey, you see. I've got to, let me give you this example. I did this for the kids. Let's say that life is a journey, right? And I want to go to the phone, okay? I want to go to that thing, and I start from here. Now, for me to get there, I've got to walk there. It's not like I'm going to start, meditating and going hum, right, and start floating in the air or anything like that. But I'm going to take one step at a time, one step at a time, one step at a time. And there are times in life where along the way you fall down and you have no strength to get back up. And just to illustrate my point, I'm just going to jump off this table, do a back twist, and land on the floor. Okay? Is that cool? You ready? Ready? 1, 2. I'm joking, man. Are you serious? If I did that, I'll break my arm or something. All right. It's all good. Just breathe. It's all right. All right. So along the way, you might fall down like this. Ready? All right. So what do you do when you fall down? You get back up. Everybody knows to get back up. It makes sense because if you start walking, you're not going to go anywhere. But there are times in life where you fall down and you feel like you don't have the strength to get back up. Sometimes you just don't know what to say to your kids anymore. Sometimes you don't know what to tell yourself anymore. We all have a fear of being alone. And there are two things in life that as human beings that we always want to hear. The first thing is that you're loved. And the second thing is that everything's going to be okay. And I was told those two things by my parents all the time. And I'm thankful for that. But I had a hard time believing their words when they said everything's going to be okay, because they don't know what I'm going through. They don't know my pain. They don't know how it feels to be in my shoes, metaphorically speaking. But this is the thing. Is that if they didn't tell me that everything's going to be okay, then who would? If they didn't tell me that I was special the way that I was, then who would? If they didn't tell me that there was hope, then who would? It is so important to be that support for your children, because sometimes all that they have is you. And whether they believe you or not, keep on telling them that they're beautiful. Keep on telling them that everything's going to be all right. They want to believe you. It's hard to believe you, but they will. They will at least have that support, knowing that that security is there. And I just want you to know that maybe today you're down. And it should be impossible for a man without arms and legs to get back up, honestly. I mean, tie the hands and feet of your kids up tonight, push them down and see if they're going to get up, right? Tell them you'll see them tomorrow, right? Thing is this, though, that if I try 100 times to get back up, and if I fail 100 times, if I decide to give up, I'm never going to get back up. And this is one of the things that I told your kids. I told them, when you fail, try again. When you fall down, get back up. Don't give up, get up. There is hope for you today just because you're here today. Because you have choices today that you can make. You can go to the shops today and either put a smile on your face at the cashier, or you can be grumpy and get frustrated because you're late. You can either get home and be stressed because of life and get all the things done that you need to get done, but you never hug your kids. You feel like your relationship with your kids get further and further away. All we can do is our best, guys. That's all we can do. Do your best. And I just want you to know that when you're down, you will find strength to get back up. I found my strength in Jesus Christ, and you're going to find your strength in whatever you find it in. But I want you to know that this is not the end. When you fall down, it's not the end. It's not where you are, it's how strong will you finish. And you'll find the strength to get back up like this. It's pretty cool. It's amazing to see how independent I am at home. I can brush my teeth, comb my hair, jump inside the pool. I can do all these sort of things. Quite independent at home. I love my life because I found the greatest purpose of all, and that's to love. It's to give hope. It's to encourage. And even if I've only encouraged one person today, my job's done. I love it. I have a new perspective in life. It's not about the money. It's not about the house. It's not about the car. even though these things, you find security and your life is made more easier and you want to protect your kids and you want to give them the best future. You want to give them every opportunity you can to achieve their goals and dreams. Sometimes it does get hard, but I just want you to know that I love you. I love you. There are many parents who don't feel appreciated. I don't know if your parents felt appreciated. There aren't too many kids who say thank you, Mum, just because they want to say thank you, Mum, or thank you, Dad. They normally say, thank you, Mum, love you very much, now can I have this? That's how kids are. But can I tell you that you are appreciated by me? Because when I'm gone, I'm not here to encourage your kids anymore. I want you to know this as well. You might be tired, you might be exhausted. You might not feel that you have that purpose in your life yet. But just because you can't see hope yet, it doesn't mean it's not coming. You see, no one goes to the train station, looks down the tracks and, oh, there's no train, I'm going to leave. They go to the timetable and schedule and waiting for the train. Why? Because the train's coming. Just because you can't see the train, it doesn't mean the train's not coming. You see, I asked the kids, how many feet do I have? They said 1. I said, well, look, I've got another one here. Just because you couldn't see it doesn't mean it's not there. Just because you can't see hope in your life, it doesn't mean that it's not there or it's not coming. Just because you can't see the purpose in your circumstances of a broken marriage or whatever, financial trials, doesn't mean that there is not a purpose behind it. You know, I love that saying, what won't kill you will just make you stronger. It's true. It's true. Why am I so strong? Why am I so mature? Because I've been through a lot. I'm just thankful. I'm just an empty vessel. And I'm here for a purpose. And I love my life, knowing that every day is a choice to take a step this way or take a step that way. And I just hope you've been encouraged. I don't know exactly what you were expecting or anything like that. I mean, but those are the key principles that I shared with your kids today.
Public speaking is quite a difficult thing for a lot of people to do. I was wondering if you ever get nervous, or were you nervous when you first started on the speaking circuit?
When I was 13 years old, I was at high school here in Brisbane area, and there was one speaker who came and he spoke to all of our school, 1,400 people in high school from grade 8 to 12. And he had 7 minutes to talk, and within 3 minutes, a lot of people were crying, and I was even touched just by his story, his inspirational story, and you were encouraged. It was just amazing. And I sort of took a step back and I thought, well, he has an awesome job. I mean, he gets paid to do that. Go around the world and give people hope. Maybe one day I'll have a good enough story to tell. And so being invited to this little group, I said, well, you know, maybe let's try it out. So I did that, and then from those 12 people, word of mouth got out that, you know, I'm speaking now at youth groups and speaking at smaller churches. I used to be nervous a lot. Just before I got up, I'm like, when I get up on stage, I'm like, whoa, you know. But once I started, I was okay. And the more you speak, the better you get. I've had some training since that. So about 18 months ago, 2 years ago, I had about 8 months training and presentation, pitch and pace and volume with your voice and just eye contact and everything else. So, but I believe I have a gift for it because it's my passion. I'd rather do nothing else. I wouldn't do anything else than just get up on stage and be the center of attention. But it's beautiful when you see that purpose. So, yeah. So I was nervous, and I just had a crowd of 100,000 people about 3 months ago in India. 100,000 people, and you had your blood pumping. You know what I mean? And it's just wow. And I got up there and I just convinced myself it was just adrenaline. So you turn that into adrenaline and go. So it was good. Yeah.
And I look back on my life, and I've been a workaholic. I've worked in earth moving equipment, and I've gone away for a little short time and come back weeks later, months later, worked up in the Northern Territory and left me wife that I've been married to for 34 years. Wow. And now the 4 children I've got, 3 of the boys won't have nothing to do with me. And me wife says, well, you never spent time with them. when they needed you. And I realise now, and I actually rung my son this morning, and I said, Jono, I love you. And he said, look, Dad, I haven't got time to talk to you now. And I realised that if I'd spent more time with my kids and shared with them more, they might have spent more time with me now. But I hope and pray that one day they'll appreciate that I thought I was doing the right thing. I thought I was giving them material goods.
That's right.
But what they needed was me.
As men, as husbands, we have a nature of wanting to protect and to provide for the family. So we're in that practical sense. Okay, how can I protect and provide for my family? I've got to go work. And the more I work, then the more I can provide and protect, and the more that I can show them their love. You see, this is a thing. We're all wired up differently, and that's so important to have that balance. And that's, I think, one of the hardest things in life, is to have that balance in life of being too busy to provide, yet making time to be with them and enjoy the ride and smell the roses. And that's profound. Thank you so much for sharing that. And, you know, I've seen a lot of marriages have a lot of tension just because of not misunderstandings, but lack of knowledge on how we're wired up different as men and women. You see, men will go out and they will go and work hard for all day. And they'll come back home tired, and all they want to do is sit down, have a beer, and watch TV. And then the wife will go, well, can you come and help me? And then the husband's offended because, well, don't you see already how much I love you? I've been at work all day, working my butt off, and I just want to rest now. Can't you just give me that? And the wife's like, well, you don't appreciate me because I've been doing the cooking, cleaning, washing, kids, blah, 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 blah. You have no idea what I've been going through, all the bills. And then maybe something wasn't done, one little thing, and then the husband gets angry, and then the wife says, well, you have no idea what I've done. And you just like, there's different levels. And, then once the husband's rested, and then the wife wants, once the kids are put to bed, and the wife wants to relax. And then the husband comes and says, hey, honey, how you doing? You know what I mean? And it's just on two different levels. And there's such power in education. If we just understand that.
Nick, can I ask a personal question about your family?
Sure you can.
Do you have siblings?
Yeah.
Do they have had struggles
Yeah.
around having a brother with no limbs?
Definitely. I was actually the firstborn in my family. After me, I have a brother and a sister. I'm 24. My brother's 21. My sister's 18. And so all about 3 years apart. They have no birth defects. There are no traces of birth defects throughout our families. So this is just one of those things in life that happen. So actually growing up in school, surprise, surprise, I'm the center of attention. Out of all the school, I'm the only guy without arms and legs. And I had that attention. And once I actually started having the confidence of speaking with kids and playing with kids, as soon as I open my mouth, barriers go down because they realize I'm just like anybody else. I've just got no arms and no legs. And so what I did was I made a lot of friends quickly. And then my brother came into school, and everybody knew that my brother was Nick's brother. Everything was referred to Nick. And so I think my brother really sort of lost his identity. And that sort of happens with, younger siblings. Let's say you have a very, quote, successful leader of a child who's school captain, and everybody knows that person as the school captain's brother. And so you're going in their shadow. And that happens naturally. And so my parents' wisdom, when I was going into high school, I was out of primary school, obviously, and then my brother and sister didn't come to my high school. So they had that wisdom in doing that. So I was very thankful for my brother and sister who helped me physically as well, around the house every now and then when I was a child, and I always had their love and support. And they just knew me as Nick. I mean, they don't know anything different. This is who I am. I don't know anything different. And so, yeah. At the same time, a lot of people come up and say, oh, I just wish you could speak to my friend who became a quadriplegic or lost his legs or something like that. And I don't know anything different. And I tell people, I don't know your pain, I don't know how it feels to have legs, then lose them or something like that. And I told your kids today, or what I normally tell at high schools anyway, is that I don't know their pain. I don't know what they're going through, but I know how it feels to be lonely, and I know how it feels to have a broken heart. And I know what's pulled me through my broken heart and healed my heart. So to give them that, just so they can apply it in their own life, it's powerful. So I take my hat off to parents who have kids with disabilities, especially mental disabilities. It's such a different ball game. And they're my inspiration. A lot of people ask me, what is my inspiration? They're my inspiration. To see how they love that child and the purpose of that child, even though they can't speak, they can't think for themselves. They just bring perspective in your life just by a smile. They've done that for me. And just because of that, that's purpose in their life, in my eyes. And there's no mistakes in life, I don't believe. I believe all things come together for the good. And I've seen it in my life anyway. And all I can talk from is my own experience. So,
ladies and gentlemen, it's just been an absolute privilege and honour for our school to host Nick here today. It's been extremely powerful, as I think a lot of you are sort of experiencing the power of the message coming here from Nick. He's such a fantastic guy. He's extremely engaging. But just what he's given our boys and girls today, we just can't place a value on that. The majority of our students chose to hug Nick, and I wouldn't have been able to have predicted that before this visit. And one of the little boys went up and he said to Nick, "You're the man." Nick's response to him was, "I love you." As that little boy walked away, he said to his mate, and he had a smile on his face, he said, "That's the first time," he said, "anyone's ever said they love me." Now, sometimes I think the message that Nick is giving, that little boy I'm sure has got parents and family that love him dearly. But sometimes as parents, we don't say it enough, and I think that might have been the situation. A girl came and said to me, "Mrs. McKinnon, you know, been a bit of a whinger, I reckon, and I'm not going to whinge anymore." So Nick, on behalf of the Pottsville Beach School community, staff, parents and students, thank you very, very much. And it's just been a pleasure to share this tiny little part of your life, and it's been wonderful to be able to celebrate being different. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it, Debbie.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak into your life and share with you my story. I hope you've been challenged and inspired to never give up, and I believe that you have been touched. I'd love to hear from you. Write to me. Go on my website, attitudesaltitude.com. I enjoy reading so many people's testimonials on how my life has impacted theirs. So please write to me or email me. Also want you to know that there is a book coming and a series of DVDs. So be on the lookout for that. If you see me on the street face to face, make sure you come up and say hello, give me a hug. I'd love to meet you. Remember, there is always hope. Never give up.
I just love life. I love life. You know, so many people come and say, "How come you smile so much?" And I'm like, well, it's a long story.
The irrepressible Nicholas Wojciech.
The birth of a son with no arms or legs was a challenge they didn't want.
I really couldn't believe it. I just thought it was a bad dream. I thought I'd just wake up any minute and it's all over. So I wasn't sure whether I was going to take him home. And I didn't think I would be up to looking after him.
Certainly with time, you grow to accept him, to love him for what he is, the way he is.
Providing Nicholas with everything he needs is a constant struggle, a battle to find or design suitable equipment, a battle to find the money to pay for it all.
There wasn't really much of places or people that you can turn to help you.
So everything that we did was with him was trial and error. We just had to take things one day at a time and just work through things, just me and him. Even the doctors couldn't help me much in that regard.
I'm saving up my pocket money for a computer at home.
He can't move as fast as he'd like, but Nicholas Wojcik is a whiz at computer games. This I realised only too well when the 7-year-old Dynamo thrashed me in the first round.
Have you?
Swimming is his latest achievement, this performance after only 2 lessons. Tackling disability comes naturally for Nicholas. Disability's a word he doesn't seem to understand.
Through a combination of technology and sheer willpower, Nicholas is successfully driving his way through his 6-year-old world. But there are some things that still defeat him.
Like in the toy box in my room, I want to get something and I can't get it because I don't have any arms or legs.
And he regards himself as normal, just with a few bits and pieces missing.
You kind of wonder, try to imagine what kind of future is he going to have and what kind of life this person is going to lead. I think he's going to have quite a good life.
And he loves life and he rises to the challenge. He works out his own ways of doing things and surprises me constantly. He's a really good kid. He's really great. I wouldn't change him.
Cherie Long is Nick's fellow school captain. Together they say they can make a difference.
I think we'll be great school captains and I think we'll make a better place.
But when he's not in the classroom, Nick's out here playing sport. And now as school captain, he's determined to make sports days wheelchair friendly.
We can have disabled wheelchair races and so they get involved too. And I was really left out last year.
But not in the playground. As strange as it may sound, Nick's the resident handball champion.
And there were times where I sort of looked at my life and thinking, well, I can't do this and I can't do that. And you keep on concentrating on the things that you wish you had or the things that you wish you didn't have. And you sort of forget what you do have. Hey, everybody, you want to count with me? Ready, say? 1, 2, 3.
She watches them cover magazines and TV screens, wishing she could be more like them. And in her eyes, there is more to life than becoming someone people admire for beauty. And so at night she stares out a window, wishing she could change. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. Just the way you are. walks busy streets looking for her next mate. Maybe he will be the one. 'Cause in her mind there is more to life than being someone. But deeper down she has found the one thing that makes her feel love. So she is looking for it in all the wrong places. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. Just the way you are. She walks busy streets looking for her next mate. Maybe he will be the one. 'Cause in her mind there is more to life than being someone. But deeper down she has found the one thing to make her
It's freezing, I can't feel my hands.
so she is looking for it.
I've always wanted to ride a horse on my own.
Says you're beautiful.
Boom, 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 boom.
You're beautiful. You're beautiful. Just the way you are.
Today, man, we did it. I'm so happy. That was so much fun. It was awesome.
Still hears his words surrounding her.
Love you, man. Been good. Thanks a lot, bro.
Just
Give me a hug.
words, they faded her away. So at night she stares at a window, wishing she could change. When she catches her reflection, she hopes there was another way. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful.
Set.
That's fun. Let's do it again.
Just the way you are.